told me to go to school, check, get a good education, check, get a good job. No, it's just a job. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Al Thomas here today. I hope you guys like this. Hit the subscribe button below and also hit the bell notification. I greatly appreciate it. Today I'm going to talk about you're caught between two worlds. Caught between two worlds. Well, what do you mean by this? When I was growing up, my parents, who were regular folks, told me to go to school, check, get a good education, check, get a good job. No, it's just a job. So I never had one of those. On the other side, when I was caught between two worlds, I was listening to what my billionaire mentor had shared with me when he gave me a round in his jet before I bought my first one, and then the second one, and whatever. But I was torn between two worlds, and I saw the life that he had, and I saw the life my parents have. Nothing right or wrong about it, but I was torn between two worlds, like a lot of us. So you're born with a purpose. First of all, write that down. You're born with a purpose. In my book, God's Gift, I hope that helps you discover your purpose or your assignment while you're on this world, what I call a spinning globe, and you're on this world for just a flicker of a minute or two in life destiny. But the key is, are you in the world on your assignment that you're assigned to do? You were birthed with those gifts. Now, a lot of us don't realize that. You were born with a purpose. And once I found out my purpose, I understood your job prepared you for your work. I'll say it again. Your job prepare you for your work. You were never meant to die on a job. You were meant to die in your work. Die in your what? Work. And that's your purpose. Your job is temporary, where your work is permanent. My dear friend, Dr. Miles Monroe, would quote that to me over and over and over. And it's so true. He died full. He gave it all out. He died full. See, they can fire you from your job, but they can never fire you from your work. I remember him saying that over and over and over and over and over. See, you have to understand, what God has put for you to do is may not be for your mom and your sister, your cousin, brother. I understand that. But to leap over here in the 5% section, you have to look and open your eyes. See, eyes are very common. Everybody got eyes. But very few have the rare eyes to see, to see what their gifts are. That's what I call rarity. Let me say it again. Eyes are very common. We all got eyes. But eyes that could see are rare. Can you see into your 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road? Are you going to work to make your dream, hopes, and desire real? It's not common. It's not common. Because we're torn between our parents and what our mentors say. I was torn between the old me and want to become a new me, a new creation, in being able to be free from being able to work and help others and bless others. You know, there's always strength in staying the same, but it takes more strength to stretch out to become more than what you are today. See, you can't go higher until you decide to work on you. It's called personal development. You know, so you look at what is it that you desire. See, we stay where we're familiar with. Well, if I stretch, my friends might not want to hang out with me. I may become a new person, and they may not like that. Well, you weren't here put for that reason. You were here as an instrument of God to help people become more than what they are. And because I understood my gifts, that's the reason why I never had a job, because I dive into my gifts and I love it. When I get up in the morning, God, who can I help today? Whose life can I change? And who can I know that will help me change me? Does that make sense? So here again, on our job, we're staying a familiar, you know, like that book. What was that book? Who Moved My Cheese? Are you out there finding and going through the cave and finding new cheese? What about a new promotion? What must you study to become there, to become more than what you are today? What about moving forward? What about being in the same neighborhood? What about trying to move up? What about taught things that mom and dad taught you? What about moving out and moving up? Like, remember the Jeffersons are moving on up to the east side. What about moving on up? And as you move up, you can help other people move up. But it takes you first to move up. Well, Mr. Thomas, there's a lot of us, and a lot of people are stuck in relationships they should have been a long time ago because they're in the land of familiarity. And what if I had this? Well, I might be by myself, Mr. Thomas. Well, what if you're not? How would you know when you're stuck into something that you know you should move out of? You know, you're getting your comfort zone. What about if you got into the unknown? The unknown. Martin Luther King had a saying about climbing the stair steps, even though you can't see the stair steps. Wow, because he was in the unknown. Hope, or you're afraid to let go of what you have to get what you really deserve to have. The fear of the unknown. Hmm. Most of us are stuck in the land of familiarity. What about you? What about you? Caught between two worlds. And when I start becoming successful, I notice something different happened in my life. It's going to happen for you. You're going to have more clarity. You're going to have more time. You'll have more insight to how easy it can be if you stay in there. The hardest part in the beginning of any business or any challenges is staying in there, laying that foundation. You know, when you see a building, it can be flat, just a piece of dirt, and you see what remnants, what it's going to look like after it's built, maybe 9 months from today. But remember, it didn't happen overnight. They had to, first of all, the architect got the drawings put together, yes, but the architect, he took it to the city approved it, right? And then he had to get the builder, the contractor, the subcontractors, and all of a sudden they start breaking ground, and everybody kept looking at the remnant. This is what we're going to be here on this property. And next thing you know, you saw the foundation built. And the deeper down the foundation goes, the taller the building's going to be. How tall is your network going to be? How tall is your building going to be? So with that, then the walls went up, 1, 2, 3. Then all of a sudden the plumbing went in, and next floor, and the next floor. And you know what happened? In 9 or 10 months, you come back, you see the remnant, and that thing is right there built from the remnant, just like what it saw. Because why? They had a plan. Why? Living between two different worlds. Most people are not creative enough to see past tomorrow's paycheck. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a firm believer that he did not put you down here to work 9 to 5. You should have a side hustle. When I started my first business, I started with 1 hour a day. And I figured I was going to put a 1 hour a day. If I talked to somebody 5 minutes, had a little journal, 10 minutes, talk to this person, 15 minutes, I got my hour in. Every day I did an hour because I want to be persistent. And you know what? The first year I did well. I look back, I said, wow, I did that with just 1 hour out of my day. And think about it. We all have an hour that we could put into something outside of our regular job. We all have an hour. If we cut the TV off, quit maybe bowling or whatever we're doing on the side, watching whatever, sit on the couch eating bonbons, whatever that might be. So I decided, what if I put a little bit more time in my second year? And then by my third year, I was financially free. But watch this. A lot of people will last 3 years and they go building something because their mindset is, if I work today, I need to get paid in a week or two. All successful, wealthy people, write this down. We build an asset. We're not in for the money. We build an asset. The asset will bring the money. The average person every 2 weeks, got to get a check, Hey, nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is put an hour or two a day in a side hustle. Something is going to change your family tree forever. Something that you can take as you get older and do less and less and get paid more and more. In my career right now, I do less and less, and I do more. I get paid more and more. I get up about 4 this morning. I was up at 2:30. I get up and I pray, still time, still moment, and give gratitude. I take a walk. I come back. I pray. I make a few phone calls. I take another little cap nap real quick, a little power nap, and I do a couple more calls. I'm done for the day. Now watch this. That was a real rough day, right? But then again, how was your day? But what am I trying to get at? I'm trying to say, put a little time into something else and build it over time. Amazon wasn't built overnight. Microsoft wasn't built overnight. Any major company, anybody successful was not built overnight. Your favorite actors, actresses, singers, it didn't happen overnight. They just hung in there. They stuck with it. They stuck with it. They stuck with it. When I talk about residual income businesses, I tell people, look, here's a job. Work, check. Work, check. On this side, entrepreneur side, is work a business, building an asset, building, and then a check comes. These people, oh my God. Watch this. A year or two later is work, check. And they're still on this side, work, check. And on this side is work, check. And over here still work, it even sound depressing, work, check. 5, 10 years later, it's still what? Work, check. Over here is check, work, vacation, check, work, check. You see the difference of the two? Now, there's nothing right or wrong. I'm just going to give you a bird's eye view as possible for you if you made a decision to change all that. Is it going to be easy? No. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But then again, everybody's late. Most people, everybody is lazy. Today is more applicable to get wealthy than ever before in the world. I mean, think about it. We got Zoom calls. My old days, we had to show up, meetings, hotels, this and that and the other. Today, I could be in a park talking to thousands of people around the world. I haven't even left the comfort of my home or the park. Whatever I choose to do. Like I said, it's the middle of the afternoon. Where most people at 2:15, they're at work. And I'm not saying anything negative. I'm trying to hopefully this inspire you to be more, to have a legacy leaving back for your family, your grandkids. And quit being selfish thinking about just you. Look, I got into my first network marketing company not because I wanted to. I got in because of potential. It's the last basket of free enterprise for the average person to put up a few dollars to parlay it into millions of dollars. That's what I got because I saw the potential. And I said, I'm going to give it a 10-year run, not just a 6 months or, oh my God, 4 people told me. Guys, get over yourself. Why do you go to work? Well, pay bills. I got bills too. But notice the difference. The 95% do this. They work for money. We take the W, flip it upside down. We make money. Over here, you work hard and your money go on vacation or 401k. Over here, we go on vacation. Just got back from a cruise on the Virgin. It was amazing. Our money goes to work for us. Totally different opposites. And to learn it is not that much, folks. And to start a side hustle for a couple $100, if we decide and made a decision to not be so lackadaisical in things we want. People over here, hey, on the weekends, we want to go out and barbecue. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But what about over here, put an hour or two a day and keep working it for a couple of years and parlay it, and watch the compound effect kicks in. And then you can relax and enjoy yourself and maybe leave this alone. Maybe invest some more real estate or some more crypto, take more vacation or spend more time with the family. But over here, I see people so busy getting somebody else well. And now today, they're laying people off everywhere, around the world. I was watching news from China. I mean, it's bad around the world. But again, I'm not held to the United States. I'm a worldly guy. I want to know what's going on around the world because I can. There you go. There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to say to you, why not you? Isn't it time? What are you waiting for? Let me ask you a question. What would you do if your job told you had 48 hours and that you're done? Oh, wait a minute. What if you walk in there Monday and they walk you out right? What you do? Or what about this one on the job? They call you in the office, boss, yes, going to help. Hey, listen, we want you to train these people. You go, oh, good. I train them. I'm going to get a raise. And all of a sudden, you didn't even know you were training your replacement. 2 weeks later, the boss call you in. You're like, yes, boss, yeah. And they says, guess what, so-and-so? You're fired. They just paid you to train your replacement. And now you're out in the cold. Wow. 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 Or what about this one? Now you're the supervisor. You come in one day, they call you in the office. Yeah, what's going on? Hey, we need you to fire this department, that fire those 5 people, and just 3 over here. That's your job today. Go fire them. And all of a sudden, and you fire, and one of them is your friend. Hey, man, don't take it personal. This is my job. I got it, right? That's what they say. They let you go. Let them go. 2 weeks later, the boss called you and you're like, I'm going to get a promotion. Ha, ha, ha. I'm excited about today. You walk in the office as well, so-and-so. Guess what? I'm firing you now. Wow. So in other words, they made you do their dirty work for them. They made you do their dirty work for them. So instead of them firing 15 people and 15 people mad at them, those 15 people are mad at you. And guess what? Only one person told you goodbye. So he's not worried about you. But they made you do all the dirty work. How many have done that before? Either one of those. Folks, my question is, what's your backup plan? Your 401k? You notice it's down to a K? I'm not trying to make fun of that, but what are you doing? What are you doing for your family? I asked a guy the other day, hey, let me ask you a question. I was talking to this young guy the other day. I said, hey, what business are you in? He goes, why? I do blah, 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 blah. I go, no, that's your job. Remember? Job. That's your job. What business are you in? He goes, what do you mean? What business are you in after 5 o'clock p.m.? He's like, You see what happens there? They don't want us to have something different. And the higher up the flagpole, the more they want to own you. Now you got to work weekends, and now they got to give you a phone or page you to get hold of you. Folks, that's not what life's all about. I guarantee you, if you get in a side hustle, put your head down, work a couple years, part-time, and then going full-time, and then do whatever you want to do, you too can enjoy the better things in life. You can be in a park at the middle of the afternoon, like I am. Nobody should but me. You're at work. If you're looking for a business or side hustle, leave your name or email below, and I will get in contact with you and show you one that you can do. Because, folks, my whole life has been this way. I am grateful. I am so grateful of 36 years never having to work a job because I listened to what my billionaire mentors shared with me, and I've shared it with 21 other people who are millionaires today. And I'm here to help more people, and that's my calling. That's my goal. That's my assignment. And I hope this bless you today. Now, don't take it as arrogant, please. I'm not trying to come across that way. I'm just being real with you. Sometimes when somebody tells us the truth, we get so bent out of shape because our pride, our ego. Thank you, thank you. No, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to help you. Help you. What's this? Jerry Maguire, help me help you. Because we all need help. I needed help. There's no such thing as a self-made millionaire. Every millionaire I know had somebody help them. I had 3 billionaires. Now think about it. How many of us know one? Unheard of. 2, 3. Oh, get out of here. So that's what I mean by having anointing on my life. It doesn't happen every day. And because I listen to them, and I coach 21 other people to become millionaires, I want to coach a whole lot more. If people would put their pride and ego to the side. Folks, I hope this bless you. Oh, yeah, South Africa. Beautiful place. Spent a week there. Been all around the world. Been to 29 countries. And you know what? So can you. I want you to take a moment and think about, sit back on your chair, sit back if you're not driving, and think about, what did you tell yourself when you're 18, 20, or 30? You're going to do where? You're going to go where? You're going to buy what? You're going to have this. You're going to have that. And now as you look around life, you're like, wow, it almost has passed me by. Isn't it about time for a change? Remember, we live in 2 different worlds. The one we're taught to live in, and there's one that you can transfer in today if you make that decision. Ladies and gentlemen, leave your information below. We'll get a hold of you. God bless and keep you. Thank you. I hope I didn't piss you off because that's what wasn't the goal. It was to wake you up, shake your lizard out of you, gizzard out of you, as my uncle would say, and to wake you up to possibilities because life is ticking. Because we all have a limited amount of time on this spaceship called Earth. And my question is, what are you going to do with the remainder of the time you have? Thank you for listening today. Take care. Hey, hit the subscribe button below. Leave a comment. God bless you. Thank you so much for your time. And we'll see you soon.